Shabbat Shalom, everyone. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מתוק how good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. שלום עליכם, 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 שלום עליכם. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מתוק ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to our family service. So if you are here in person, would you please turn around and find someone sitting next to you, behind you, and wish them Shabbat Shalom. Maybe find out their name. Maybe tell them what your name is. Very good. Bim bom, bim bidi bom, bim bidi bim bim bom, bim bom, bim bidi bom, bim bidi bim bim bom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Bim Bom, Bim Bidi Bom, Bim Bidi Bim Bim Bom. This week, as we welcome each other for Shabbat, it is also very exciting to talk about, for a second, about our Torah portion in which there are lots of different stories, including one where Abraham is sitting by the entrance to his tent and he sees the visitors from afar and then he decides to ignore them and not pay any attention to them. No, that's not how the story goes. he runs to greet them. And so we actually have a lovely song that we sing often with our school. So I thought that would be a good way to welcome Shabbat in by welcoming the guests. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Welcome strangers, welcome friends, welcome family. Welcome all, come into our house. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Good food, good feelings, good morning, good afternoon, good evening all. Coming to our house, Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Open your door, open your house, open your heart. Open to all, coming to our house. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Achnasat orchim, coming to our house, coming to our house. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We begin our service by lighting the Shabbat candles, and so I'm delighted to welcome the parents of our sixth graders to come up and lead us in lighting the Shabbat candles. So if you're a parent of sixth grader, come on up. You're a parent of a sixth grader. Ooh. Well, the matches are there. Yes, that's right.
Like the flame.
They'll see the flame, they won't see me.
Go up, go. Parents of sixth graders are lighting the candles, Terry.
Anybody else? Okay.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you all for a wonderful oneg that will come immediately after. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'diburecha, ishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo ולתחילה, לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, לך לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם משוכה, סופה עשה במחשבה תחילה, לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, לך לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בעורף קומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה, לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, לך לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום את ערב במה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני ים סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, לך לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, לך לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת לך לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, לך לך דודי, לקראת לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, לזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון לכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. So tonight, our sixth graders are participating in leading the service. What they will be doing tonight is sharing some of the knowledge that they have acquired, and they have processed and thought about the prayers and wrote some introductions to a number of prayers that we will have in our service tonight. So we begin by inviting Ben to go up onto the bima. Go up there. There we go.
Is the mic on?
The microphone is on, yeah. Excellent.
So I'm doing the Baruch Hu So the Baruch is also known as the call to worship. We need a call to worship because even though people are already there, they might be talking or not fully focused. The Baruch signals that prayer is beginning and helps everyone get ready to concentrate on worship. I personally get ready by get ready to pray by making sure I quiet down, think about the meaning of the prayers, and get right in the mindset to speak to God. Everyone in the congregation can get ready to pray by stopping conversation, turning their attentions toward the service, and standing together with respect as the prayer starts. In Judaism, certain prayers are considered more meaningful when said as a community. The Baruch is one of the prayers that requires at least 10 Jews to recite it together, which we call a minyan. A minyan shows that the group is united in prayer, and it gives the prayer a stronger sense of holiness and connection. It is now time for the congregation to turn our attention to the call for worship as we rise for the Baruch Hu.
All right, please rise. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya-na-na-na-na, 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 Earlier this week, in our service that we have every week, every Wednesday, we have Tefillah, and in the beginning of the year and at the end of the year, when it doesn't get dark until later, we actually do the mincha, the afternoon service, and then this week, with the clocks going back and getting dark quite a lot earlier, we had an opportunity to have that entire first section of the service and practice this. And it contains the blessing of acknowledging the arrival of darkness outside. Rolling to dark, rolling to light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Rolling to dark, rolling to light, night becomes day. Baruch Ata Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days. When we rise, when we lie down, Ahavat Olam. Ki hem chayenu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negeh, yom v'layla. Ahavat Olam, Beit Israel, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Limadeta. Ahavat Olam, Beit Israel, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Ki hem hayenu ve'orech yameinu. Baruch Ata Adonai Ohev Amo Israel. Our next section and the introduction to it comes from Hunter and Avery.
The Shema and Ve'aftah prayers command us to love God and commands parents to teach their children about God's love. We learn that God's love is strong, endless, and always with you wherever you are.
We are always to love God with prayer, good deeds, and acts like putting a mezuzah on our doors. As we love God, we recognize that everyone has a piece of God inside of them. In that one way, we can personally follow the words of this prayer by loving not only God, but showing love to everyone.
As we recite these prayers, it can help us to think about your unique connection with God and the mutual love that we are cultivating.
Beautiful. Would you please rise for the Shema? Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Vaed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשובך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Please be seated, and I'm delighted to welcome Laurel and Lavender onto the bima to do an introduction to Micha Mocha.
Hello? Okay. The Micha Mocha prayer celebrates our freedom and slavery when we came out of Egypt after gaining freedom. It would still be many years until we have a permanent home in Israel. There are many kinds of freedom. Not everyone has the freedom that comes with having a home and living in comfort. Some people in New York are homeless and live on the streets. For example, I saw a man holding cardboard signs saying needing help. Not everyone has freedom, but we can help. So, for some people without freedom, I can imagine they feel hopeless and unhappy, like they can't do anything. For example, some people were born off starting better than others weren't. I feel terrible for the people who don't have freedom, because everyone deserves to have freedom and rights.
Laurel and I enjoy having wonderful parents who are kind, caring, and many other words love can describe. Another freedom is having free time, and our dog, Minnie. These privileges aren't just freedom from slavery, they are personal freedoms. Having these freedoms feel refreshing. Everything is easier when you have freedom. You feel free and like you can do almost anything. As we say to Micha Mocha, we think about all the freedoms we have and how glad we are to have them all, while also thinking about how not everyone has those freedoms, but there is always the possibility to gain them.
Sure. Beautiful. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hamideinu shomreinu lechai. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hamideinu shomreinu lechai. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred and sorrow and pain. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hamideinu shomreinu lechai. So we turn now, as we continue our service, we turn now to Amidah, and I'm going to invite you to rise. And I also want to give a shout out to our teachers in younger grades. Our teachers usually come up and introduce the students' work and what they've been doing. So more Janet and more Sam. We're very grateful for everything that you do with and for our students. Yeah, we will. I haven't forgotten. Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Adonai sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love. Open my heart to love. Before we begin the Amidah, I'd like to invite Simon and Coco to come up to the Bima and give us an introduction.
The Avot V'Imahot prayer reminds us of our ancestors. We think we deserve favors because of what our ancestors did and how God promised to care for them and future generations. We think this because we inherit God. We should respect God, and God soothes our souls. My favorite ancestor is Jacob because he was persistent as being the father of Israel.
My favorite ancestor is Deborah because she was a great prophetess and judge and shows women can be powerful. Which ancestor is your favorite? As we recite this prayer, we ask the congregation to think about all the great things our ancestors did.
Very good. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Agadol, Agibor ve'Anora, El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Koneh Hakol, Ve'Zocher Chazdei Avot ve'Imaot, U'Mevei Geula Levnei Vneihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'Ezrat Sarah, Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, מחיה הכל עטריו להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמנת לך הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. Please be seated as we continue our service with the words of Mishaberach, a prayer for healing. We're thinking of members of our community, family and friends who struggle with illness at this time. Tonight we're praying for Frank Murphy, Shmuel Ben Mendel, Sharon Roshia, Rachel Perlman, Lucy Aloka, Karen Waters, Yitzhak Herschel Ben Meir, Amy Goldberg, Pam Comfort, Carlene Wagner, Ray Corby, Erin O'Connor, Jose Flores, Jill and Dennis McDevitt, Tzipora Bat Estel, Michael Ben Hunan, Harold Stern, Nachum Ben Fegele, Brett Marcus, Jay Alpert, Yosef Ben Shmuel, Carol Brieger, and Barbara Larkin. Would anyone like to add other names to the prayer for healing? Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Rofei HaCholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who sends healing to those who are in need of healing. El narefanala, refuah shlema. El narefanala, please heal this soul. Mishaberach, Abraham v'Sara, Yitzhak v'Rivka, Yaakov, Rachel v'Leah, El narefanala, refuah shlema. El narefanala, please heal this soul. Faith and love, together we bring hope and healing to those in need. Without judgment, without explanation, we are all God's creation. El narefanala, refuah shlema. El narefanala, please heal this soul. El narefanala, refuah shlema. El narefanala, please heal this soul. We'll leave a few moments of silence at the end of Amidah for our private, personal prayers to be offered at this time. Ose shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu, Shabbat Shalom. Now, as you may know, one of our customs, the minhagim that we have here, is that during the family Shabbat service, instead of me coming up with the Dvar Torah, we tell a story. And so tonight, the story doesn't come from me. Tonight, the story comes from more so if you want to explain, if you go over there, then people at home will also be able to hear you. That would be great. Fantastic. Thank you.
Many of you know that I grew up here at Temple Emmanuel, and
you turned all right, you know.
What's that?
You turned out okay.
Well, mostly. For 33 years, Rabbi Brieger, before Rabbi Farbman, ran the synagogue, and I see a few faces here from those early days, but he always used to tell this story about, he always told it around Sukkot time, and it had to do with leaves and trees, and when Olga said, hey, you should pick a story for the service, I'm like, there was a story about leaves, but I gotta tell you, I couldn't remember it. But the power of the internet, I Googled Jewish story about 2 leaves, popped right up. So the kids are actually gonna read this story. If our 6th graders can come up and sit on this top step here facing the congregation. So basically, I actually got my hands on a copy of this story. Go ahead and sit. Go ahead. Yep. Where'd Sam go? Did Sam run away? Sam, can you pass out these papers while I finish explaining this? So, guys, just sit all the way across. And any other child who wants to come sit in front so they can see the story, that'd be awesome.
Child in the room. Come on up.
So I found the story, and it's a story by Isaac Bashevis Singer, who is a very popular story writer. He wrote a lot of children's stories. But when I read the actual story, I said, oh boy, this story is not as childlike as I remembered it being. So I have adapted it. So if you'll give us some grace, where's all the kids? So all the students can come up to the front. And, okay, guys, can we spread out just a little more? There you go. All right, wait, are we sitting in order? All right, hold on. Sam, Dale's your judge. Who has number 1?
I'm number 7.
Number 1, sit here. Number 2, sit here. Number 3, number 4, 5, 6. Okay, Jenny, you're at the end. Sorry about that. Okay, and this is a story of 2 leaves. Okay, take it away.
It was a month of November. The forest was filled with leafy trees, all going throughout the autumn process. The nights were cool and windy, but the days were filled with warm sunshine. A wind would whip up from time to time, leaving a pile of leaves on the forest floor. The leaves remaining on the trees were a mix of yellow, reds, and greens. The leaves on the ground provided shelter and protection for all sorts of insects, mice, and any other sorts of creatures who lived in the forest.
On one particular tree, there were only 2 leaves left. One was named Ole, and one was named Trufa. They were best friends and had been together since growing on the tree the previous spring. Ole was slightly bigger and a few days older, but Trufa was sweet and delicate. They believed that the love that they had for each other kept them together on the tree.
Unfortunately, leaves can't stop the wind blowing or raining pouring down. And during the worst of the weather, Ole would encourage Trufa to hold on to the branch tightly. Ole would call out, "Hang on, Trufa! Hang on with all your might!" At times, Trufa would think that she was about to fall off and say, "My time has come, Ole, but you got to hang on!"
would say, I don't want to hang around on this tree without you. You are the loveliest and most beautiful leaf I have ever known, and I want to stay with you. Trooper replied, you know that I am no longer pretty. I'm not green like I used to be, and I'm drying up from the fall weather. Even my color is starting to dull. Ole says, I don't care what color you are. Who says green is pretty and yellow is not? All colors are beautiful. Just as Ole said these words, a strong gust of wind came and tore him from the tree. Down, down, down he went to the forest floor.
Trufa was holding on tight to the tree and called out to her friend, Ole, come back, come back. When Trufa looked down again, all she could see was a pile of leaves on the ground below. Suddenly, another gust of wind ripped through the tree and was so strong that Trufa couldn't hold on anymore. She whirled and fluttered through the air, down, down, down to the forest floor.
After she landed on the ground, Trufa rested quietly for a while before looking around. It was then she saw Ole on the ground next to her. Ole, she called out. I'm right next to you, Ole responded. Let's stay together forever, Trufa said. Yes, let's do that, said Ole.
Just then, a wind kicked up again. Both Ole and Trufa were picked up and swirled through the forest together. They shared a bond of love and friendship that would keep them together forever until the end of time. What a great feeling it is to be loved. Have you ever been lucky enough to have a friendship and love like Ole and Trufa?
Sharkoach. Yeah, that was very beautiful. That was beautiful. Okay, thank you guys so much. Thank you for telling us the story. And thank you, Maura Janet, for bringing Rabbi Jerry into the room with us. It's very special indeed. Okay. So would you all please rise? We continue our service with Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabech ladon hakol, latet gdula liyotzer b'reishit, shehu sam chelkeinu liyached et shemo, v'gor aleinu le'amich malchuto, va'anachnu korim, mishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, v'ne'emar v'haya lemelech al kol haaretz. Hahu bayom ahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo, u'shemo, U'shemo echad. Please remain standing as we conclude our service with the words of Kaddish. We remember those whose yard sites occur this time of year. Tonight we remember Joyce Weinstein Kozlow, remembered by Wes and Jamie Miller, Jenny Edelman, great aunt of Nancy Case, Gail Romer Corman, mother of Jay, Mark, and David, Muriel Sofian, mother of Janet, Eileen, and Lisa, Alyssa Mushin, daughter of Eileen Fine, Mildred Carver Saltzman, mother of Debbie Chasen, Reuben Klein, father of Bruce, Nora Gimbel, sister of Betsy Rutner, Harold Rutner, father-in-law of Betsy and grandfather of Howard, Max Goldberg, father of Irving, Raphael De La Torre, father of Barbara De La Torre, Phil Berkowitz, husband of Barbara, Frida Stern, mother of Larry, Henry Stein, father of Melanie Wolf, Loretta Levine, mother of Sharon Alpert, Jerome Siegel, remembered by Howard, Faye Krawczyk, mother of Nancy Suckman, and Philip Drazen, father of Linda. We also remember those who passed away in recent weeks and months: Arthur Vanet, Mitchell Skolnick, Ethan Veely, Sue Collins, Susan Joy Warter, Grigori Farbman, Joan Marinelli, Julian Fleischman, David Pokras, Miriam Wexler, and Fred Stephen Cohen. We also, on this 30th anniversary of assassination of Yitzhak Rabin. Remember his name as well. Is there anyone else here observing a yahrzeit? Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may the memory of righteous endure for a blessing. May comfort come to all the mourners as we say the words of Kaddish together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach reuteh ve'yamlich malchuteh, v'chai chon v'yomei chon v'chai dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach la'alam la'almei almaya, Yitbarach ve'ishtabach ve'itpa'ar ve'itromam ve'itnaseh, ve'ithadar ve'it'aleh ve'ithalal shmei dekudsha brechu, la'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata, tushbechata ve'nechemata, da'amiram ve'alma ve'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shmaya, ve'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ose shalom bimromav, uya se shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the memory endure for a blessing, and let us say amen. Please be seated. Announcements. Who is reading announcements? There we go. Thank you so much.
Shabbat Shalom, a warm welcome to all who are part of our community today, whether longtime members or newcomers. Thank you to Barbara Della Torre and our 6th grade families for hosting tonight's Oneg. It looks fantastic. Wait till you guys get out there. Torah study tomorrow, 10 a.m. Join us in person for coffee, snacks, and Torah. Tuesday, November 11th at 7 p.m. Join Connect CT Community Conversation, Protecting Our Multiracial, Multi-Faith Democracy with guest speaker Eric Ward, hosted by Mishkan Israel in Hamden. Sunday, November 16th is TE Thanksgiving Turkey Drive. Help support New Haven's downtown evening soup kitchen by dropping off frozen turkey breasts and non-perishable food items. Monday, November 17th at 6:30 p.m. is Sisterhood Soup and Schmooze. RSVP November 12th to Rochelle Cannell. Explore Torah study based on Musar, Jewish spiritual practice tradition, with Rabbi Marcia Plum on Saturday, November 22nd at 10 a.m. Special family Havdalah service on Saturday, November 22nd. Make your own Havdalah set, celebrate the end of Shabbat, and enjoy the magic of Havdalah ceremony. RSVP for dinner and program by November 17th. The TE Band is looking for new members in time for Shabbat Hanukkah on December 19th. Anyone from the TE community, including middle and high school students, are welcome to join. Please contact Laurel Shader if you are interested. Sisterhood's annual Hanukkah Latke sale is on. Information and order forms are in the lobby. TE Hanukkah gift basket giving program has begun. Please drop off your donations in the lobby by by Sunday, December 14th. Purim is coming, and our casting call is open for the adult Purim spiel. Contact Debbie Chazin if you are interested in participating. All details of our events and programs are available on the TE website and in your weekly email Shofar Blast. Are there any other brief TE-related announcements? Okay, we're good.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, I wanted to close the service tonight with the song that for many of us perhaps requires no introduction. It is a song that is forever associated with the night that Yitzhak Rabin was murdered, but it is a reminder to us that peace still remains an ideal for which we strive and which we work. Tnu l'shemesh la'alot, la'boker le'ha'ir, chazaka shebatfilot, otanu lo tachzir, mi asher kavanero, uve'afar nitman, bechimar lo ya'iro, lo yachziro lecham. Ishot אותנו לא ישיב, מבור תחתית אפל, כאן לא יועילו לו שמחת הניצחון, ולא שירי הלל, רק שירו, שיר לשלום, אל תתחשו תפילה, כך תשירו שיר לשלום, בצעקה גדולה. מול השמש לחדור, מבעד לפרחים, אל תביטו לאחור, הניחו להולכים. שאו עיניים בתקווה, לא דרך כוונות, שירו שיר לאהבה ולא למלחמות. אל תגידו לא יבוא, הביאו את היום, כי לא עלונו בכל הכיכרות, הרי הוא רק שלום. לכן רק שירו שיר לשלום, אל תתחשו תפילה, כך תשירו שיר לשלום, בצעקה גדולה. שלום, אל תלחשו תפילה, כך תשירו שיר לשלום, בצעקה גדולה. Would you please rise for the Kiddush? ויחולו ויהי ערב, ויהי בוקר, יום השישי. ויחולו השמיים והארץ, וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה, ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי, ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו, ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית. כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר לציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. לחיים. There's a surprise. You know, when somebody hands you a challah and says it's a surprise, all right, you guys have to see this. Oh my God. But we're not eating it. That's You can't eat something that's looking at you, right? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We have so many kids in here, so if you have yours here, wrap your arms around them. If they're not here, then we can do this by remote. And we say, Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim v'chemenashe, Yisimech Elohim ke'Sara Rivka Rachel v'Leah. May God bless you as God blessed our ancestors, and for all of our children and for all of us. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious to you. Sa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the blessings of God always surround you. May God give you, all the children of Israel, and all the humankind, God's gift of peace. And let us say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. The Oneg is waiting for us. A huge thank you to all of our sixth graders who did an amazing job, and to their fantastic teachers, to Mora Janet and Mora Sam. Thank you guys so much. Shabbat Shalom. Turtle's amazing. More.